Hey, y'all. Use your spiritual ears for this message and remove self out the way. When God snatched me out of Egypt, out of slavery, out of bondage, He told me to trust Him. When God removed the Israelites from bondage, they had to trust Him. When God set me down, He taught me how to survive with enough. That means that when I tell you I'm going to take care of you, I need you to trust me. So that means that you're going into something that you're not used to. You're not used to having your hands on things. You're not used to doing it your way. And that's how the people was. That's how God's children was. They had to go into a new territory where they was used to doing it on their own. But they had to trust God in the process. And that's how it was when God told me that it was time for me to walk away from Egypt. So when I went out and when I left my job and I did exactly what God told me to do, He started teaching me how to trust Him with enough. Because God will give you enough. God will give you what you need. But people won't talk about that. You know, it's always about riches and stuff. But people won't talk about when God say, I will give you what you need. And whatever He gives you, be grateful with the enough. And that's how it was. Like I had to go from what I was used to, having this and having that, to where I had to go from that to what God was giving me and what He know that I needed. But what He did, He taught me how to have enough for me. And I learned how to have it was a little. I learned how to have enough for me, but I also separated some for my brother and sister. And I'm not talking about blood. That's why I said use your spiritual ears. I was feeding me, and what God was providing for me, I was able to feed people that didn't have it. So it was just like God's people when He delivered them from hands of Pharaoh. They went into that wilderness. They was eating off of manna. God gave them what they needed, not what they felt like they needed. In this time, God might be delivering you from places, saving you, taking you into survival mode, where you can learn to trust Him. And whatever He provide for you, trust Him. And I'm telling y'all, when He did that, it was right before the pandemic. And He taught me how to survive if I didn't have much. But He taught me to survive. And He taught me not only to help, where He cared for me, but I was able to help other people. You don't know why God moving you the way you moving. You don't know why God have snatched that job away from you. You don't know why God have made you lose that job, that house, or whatever you might have lost. You don't know because you can't see what's up ahead. And that's what God reminded me of my own story. God knew what was up ahead. God knew what was getting ready to happen in 2020. But He was preparing me for that. He taught me how to survive when you just trust me. Because I'm going to give you enough. It's time to be grateful for the enough. Don't be like the people when they got in the wilderness and they was complaining about, we starving. We don't have this. We don't have that. I wish we was back where we used to be. All because you don't have what you used to have. But guess what? God said, I would give you what you need. This is 2 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, the 8th verse. And God would generously provide all you need. Not all you want, but all you need. Then you will always have everything you need, not everything you want, in plenty, left over to share with others. Oh, Lord, have mercy. When he was giving me this message, and then he led me to this verse, he backed the verse up with the very thing he was telling me about my own situation. I'm going to give you what you need, not what you think you need, not what you want, but I'm going to give you what you need and whatever God gives you. Baby, let me tell you something. That is enough. Be grateful. You don't know why God moving you the way he's moving you. We don't never understand God playing. If you have asked God to do this, and when he start doing it, but he's not doing it the way you want him to do it, be grateful. Be grateful for the manna. Be grateful for the enough. Because I'm telling you, God not focused on the riches. He will bless you, but he's not focused on that. But it's not being taught. It's being taught that if you don't have this, if you don't have that, No. That's not what the word teaches us. God said, I will take care of you. So at that moment, if I just provide manna to you, be grateful. If I just provide a little for you, be grateful. When God gave me that today, he says, go and spread the word. Because somebody needs to hear that if you lost that job, if you just walked away from some things and you don't understand, God said to trust him. And when he tell you he's going to take care of you, whatever he lays in front of you, be grateful. Because that don't mean that's how it's going to be forever. Look what happened. He provided manna. He provided meat to these people, but they wasn't like that forever. I cleaned my closet out. Baby, my closet full as ever. And I'm getting ready to clean it right back out and give it away. Be grateful for whatever he gives you in your now. If God said he's going to take care of you, trust him. And whatever he brings your way, whatever he set in front of you, I don't care what it is. And it's not going to be what you're used to. Because what you're used to, that's over with. Thank God for teaching me to be grateful with enough. And if it stays with enough, still be grateful. Because let me tell you something. He ain't going to let you go without. So if it's enough a year from now, still be grateful. Somebody needs to hear that. Bye, y'all.